Here's the official description of what's going on. Apparently, these are Spanish Catholics in Cordoba praying for souls in purgatory. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Tat2d Reactions video. Hope you're all doing awesome. Today, in this video, I want to react to a recent viral video that just went nuts in the last week. And it depicts a Catholic ritual / ceremony. Now, I grew up Pentecostal charismatic, so I grew up Protestant. And to be honest, I really didn't know a lot about the Roman Catholic belief system, worldview, perspectives. But this last year or so, I've just really began to just do my own study and research into it. Because when you look, I've been on social media pretty regularly now for the last couple years, and there's just been massive movement where Protestants have been converting to Catholicism. And I was just like, what's going on here? So I wanted to inform myself and really dive into what do Catholics believe? What do they teach? And it's shocking to me because the more that I learn of what they think, what they believe, what they teach, the more I look at it and I'm like, it's I'd be very careful. I don't want to seem dramatic, but I would say demonic. Now, there are similarities between Protestantism and Catholicism in terms of certain doctrine. There are they believe in Jesus, they believe in the cross. So there is some crossover, but there's so much other stuff that I'm like, it makes it seem like, man, this is idolatry. This is the twisting of scripture. This is like I just get floored at some of the stuff that's there. And so this recent video is just another example where I'm like, I don't get how you can watch this and think, oh, this is what the apostles and the early church, this is exactly what they would do. This is what Jesus would be a part of. This is a ceremony that seems very godly. Because when you watch it, to me, it looks like some kind of a demonic druid. I don't know what. So I'm going to play it right now. It's just a short clip. I didn't record the entire thing, just like 45 seconds or so of it, but you get the idea. Check it out.
Ivi soli peccavi et malum coram te feci, ut justificeris in sermonibus tui, et vincas cum judicari. Ecce in iniquitatibus conceptus sum.
Now, again, that this is just only 45 seconds or so of it. The clip goes way longer, and there's other parts where you have these dudes, same dudes, I guess, in the black robes, but they got these really long hats, and they're just they're walking down and they're chanting, and it's just like, here's the official description of what's going on. Apparently, these are Spanish Catholics in Cordoba praying for souls in purgatory. So right there, if you are, one of the major differences in terms of theology and belief in Catholicism and Protestantism is purgatory, where they believe that there are Christians who, when they die, if there are specific sins that have yet to be confessed, and so let's say you do something and then you die without confessing that, and there's still sin attached to you, then you go to purgatory. And so, I mean, it's a whole other, it's a whole thing. But here is a ceremony where they are praying for these souls in purgatory, which, again, there are a lot of Catholics who you'll be like, of course it's in the Bible, it's biblical, it's what is taught, and then like it's not in the text. I've seen the verses that are used to defend it, to support it, and it does not say that. It doesn't say it. It doesn't. You have to come to the text with this theory in mind and to make it fit. But you don't get that from a plain reading of the text, but that's neither here nor there. But when you're watching this, it's like you have this ceremony taking place where these people are praying for dead people. And so it's like if you take a step back and just look at other pagan worldviews and religious practices and the kinds of things that happen other in these ceremonies from other pagan religions. It's like this, you watch this and you just assume this isn't Christian. Like this is not, it's not Christian. And like I posted this on Instagram just to kind of see what other people um were thinking, and there were so many, like I think over 1,000 comments in just over a day, people weighing in on this, and a lot of comments were like, I can't even keep this in my phone. I don't even want to watch the whole thing. You just watch it and you get creeped out. Now, if it happens to one person, two people, whatever, but when you get hundreds of people seeing this, coming to the same conclusion, this is creepy. Like, I can't even have this in my phone. That says something. It's called discernment. And it's like I watch this and it just screams to me like it screams demonic. It does. And it's crazy because I think in the world, if you look at the stats, it's over like 1 billion Catholics, or I forget it's a staggering number. And you have like millions upon millions upon millions of people connected to this belief system, and there's again, like, there is truth in it. From a Protestant perspective looking at it, like, there is some overlap there, but this is like it just makes me think of when the apostles talking about deception. And when you look at deception, deception's always laced with truth. If it was just 100% deception, nobody would fall for it. But because there's always something in there that may be true, it's how you get people in the door. And then once they're in the door, then you figure out how to manipulate them and push stuff on them that's wrong, but they've already taken a bite of the apple. And it's like, I just think about the billions of millions and millions of people that are following and participating in these kind of ceremonies and rituals and practices, and it's just like it scares me. It scares me because I'm like, I don't know everyone's heart. Only God knows people's hearts, but it's like you can't participate in this stuff. I mean, Paul says it over and over again, like, don't participate in the worship of demons. Like, don't participate in these kind of things. Like, the Old Testament, God was like hardcore strict about participating in pagan ceremonies and rituals that were not of him. Like, it's a big deal. And this is just one of them. And I've seen there's always videos circulating of these ceremonies where it's like the worship. I've done other videos talking about the worship of Mary, how they're parading Mary down on this massive throne and they bring her to the front of the church, and then they're coming up and they're paying homage. And it's just like this screams idolatry. Like, it's idolatry. It's and millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of people practicing it, but they call themselves Christian. And so I just I make this content and these videos because it's like there's so many people that are being deceived. And it's I don't know, but I don't know how you watch this come to the conclusion that this is like Jesus would participate in this ceremony. You could see him praying for the lost souls in purgatory. Hmm? Are we sure that that's what they're praying for? I mean, yeah. So let me know what you think down below when you watch this. What do you think of? What comes to mind? And yeah, share your thoughts with me. Thanks so much for watching this reactions video. We'll see you all in the next one. Much love. God bless.